Welcome back to part 7 of What If Goku Was Born with Ultra Instinct. I'm not certain. We might be able to finish this one out on this episode. If not, it'll definitely be finished out by Sunday, and then we'll be starting another one. So last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If Goku Was Born with Ultra Instinct, we left off with Lord Beerus waking up and joining our heroes on Earth. Vegeta was also visiting, by the way. And that's where we left off. So you were after the president. Oh, I must admit, your Earth's food is delicious, Saiyan. I know, it's so good. But tell me, hope you're not too full, because I still want that match you promised me. Oh, you know it, Beerus. I still got room for dessert. You're the dessert. It's like, you're the dessert, and I got room for you. He's like, oh, my, that was actually kind of clever, wasn't it? My, seems you seems you smartened up a little bit, Goku. Anyway, so basically say, but let's take but is there a place we can take this that we're not going to be messing up the plan? I don't want to mess up the plan too much. Of course, yes, that is fair enough. Whis, is the world of void available for us to go to? I don't. It's possible, Lord Beerus, but we'd have to set up something at the platform. There's a distant planet over here that we can go to. I was like, very well. Why don't we take a trip over there and have our match? It's like it's like, sounds good to me. It's like, and then the people who want to come go. Specifically, Raditz wants to keep his eye on his dad. Chi-Chi obviously wants to keep an eye on him also. Most of his friends in the Z-Fighters go. So this girl was like. And Goku's just like, oh, so tell me something first, Saiyan. Is this? I can tell you clearly have autonomous Ultra Instinct, but this isn't the full capabilities of it, nor is your power that of the divine. So tell me, how do you do it? I don't really know. Goku's just stretching. I'm just kind of born like that. I was born like this. I've always been able to do it. For some reason, fascinating. A mutation, perhaps. A very rare one indeed. It's like, well, at your power right now, it's not going to be. I hope you have more power than what you're demonstrating, because what you're demonstrating now. By the by, Goku's power right now, as with our multiplier, is about 500 times whatever his base theoretically would be. His base, by the by, we're not doing power levels at this point, but it's far beyond his canon power level, just because of how much training he's been doing with this form. But so it's well beyond what he fought Beerus at. Plus, he actually has the reaction speed of Ultra Instinct, so there is that benefit to it as well. So Goku just kind of square off. Goku powers up his base as far as he can, and then basically charges it. And Beerus immediately just kind of brushes off, but he has to, he's actually dodging legitimately, it's not that kind of dodging you see with him where he's just kind of, humoring Goku a little bit. No, this is a dodge where he's like, I didn't want to be hit by that dodge. And Goku's trying, but right now at this power, he's not going to really be touching Beerus that much. However, Beerus also is having trouble touching Goku. He's fully commenting. I was like, I see, so you really are doing, your Ultra Instinct is quite impressive indeed. I'm having trouble hitting you, Saiyan. However, there's a big difference between you and me. And then he immediately just kind of takes it up a notch and just attacks Goku. You see, Saiyan, skill is important. It's one of the things that separates a warrior from a novice. Unfortunately, no matter how much skill you have, you can't beat a power gap. And to which Goku immediately transforms into Mastered Ultra Instinct. He's like, you're right about that. You're right about that, Lord Beerus. And then he's like, oh, you did have more. Then show me when Goku immediately reacts because his power doubles and Beerus wasn't expecting it. Just boom! Beerus gets a freaking foot to the chin. Just, and he's, oh, that's more the way. And again, I kind of, which fight was it in? I think it was in the last one where he did actually, was it in the last video? I could have swore I left off. I'll have to rewatch the video in a little bit, when I'm done with this video, to make sure I didn't do an actual fight. So basically, what he did is he caught Beerus with an uppercut, and his power right now isn't enough for Beerus to really feel it. The punches, he's aware he's being hit, and they're not comfortable, but they don't really hurt. But what he did is he caught Beerus with his mouth open. If you've ever been uppercut, and I think I know I explained this in an earlier video this week, he just got him right there. and just cracked his. And that hurts no matter who you are. So, like that, yeah, that's gonna hurt like hell. Beerus almost broke some teeth on this. I see. And then basically they're going back and forth again. Again, Goku's having a hard time laying a hand on Beerus, but he is capable now of at least grazing or tagging him once in a while. Beerus, likewise, is still struggling to hit Goku. Not as Goku's abilities have been upped in Ultra Instinct, he's having bigger trouble hitting him. So he just ups his power a little bit more, and then he just and puts Goku in his place. I must admit, Geksen, your mastery of this technique is impressive. It truly is autonomous Ultra Instinct. If you had the power of divine, you might actually pose a threat to me. But you don't. Sir, don't. And it's clear you've reached your limit. Then Goku just like, well, I don't know about that, Lord Beerus. It's like, what are you implying? It's like, I never said this was my limit. And then Goku just powers up in Mastered Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan. Master Ultra Instinct powers up to Super Saiyan and even goes to Super Saiyan 2. Just basically 100 times on that 1000 multiplier. And even Beerus, now his power is reaching points where even Beerus, now he's reaching his Super Saiyan God levels of power at this point. Because the multiplier on this plus Ultra Instinct and all that is immense. It's like, ooh, and Whis like, ooh, he learned a new trick. And then he comes in and just starts, boom, just cracks his right hook against Beerus' jaw. And then just slams him again. And now he's pushing Beerus back. Now Beerus is actually struggling hard a bit. Beerus actually has to up his power output quite a bit to match him. And they clash, and they're just rattling this planet. Boom, cracking. Just, ugh. But Goku is quickly tiring out. And Beerus is like, well, if this had gone on any longer, I might have been in trouble, Saiyan. But it seems you've reached your limit. For all your power, you are still mortal after all. So, but I will say this: you gave me quite the fight. I actually had to use some effort in this fight. So I will give you the honor of a swift defeat. You're right about one thing, Lord Beerus. I'm at my normal limit. But that said, I got one more trick up my sleeve. The only problem is, and then all of a sudden, a white ball appears in his head. At this power level, I won't be able to hold it for much more than a minute or two. But it's something I've been working on for a little bit. And he basically throws it up there. And Rad's like, is Kakarot doing what I think? And then both Vegeta and Rad's are like, is Kakarot doing what I think he's doing? Oh, he is. Close your eyes. And then he just looks at the moon he created and just turns into Super Saiyan, Mastered Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan Ozaru. Or as I'm calling it, in any other circumstance, F your day. And Beerus like, what the hell did he just do? He's like, I believe he turned into a great ape. The Saiyans can do this when they look at the moon. Well, and then Goku just kind of boom, smacks him, just goes into a wall or a mountain. Just they go toe to toe once again. It's like, and Beerus just Beerus blocks him, he's struggling against it. They basically just clash one more time. And at this point, Beerus is probably going at about 50%. And Beerus like, all right, or at least 30%. And I was like, all right, Sid, let's go for round 3 then. And Goku's like, I'd love to, but we just kind of, I'm out. I think I used too much energy. It just does the go. And Beerus like, well. That was certainly something. Definitely something. This Saiyan is certainly someone to keep an eye on. And Vegeta, for all his has been looking on, is like, again, I made a point of saying in the last episode that Vegeta hates the fact Goku's stronger than him, and his pride wants to just beat him. But Vegeta's not stupid. He recognizes Goku could easily stop him if he wanted to. So ultimately, it comes down to the fact that, he's pretty. Vegeta just can't do anything about it, and they give Goku a sense of being he's good to go, and then they basically just go back to Earth, enjoy the rest of the party, and Beerus and Whis are just heading off, saying, "I will tell you, I'll say, and this was quite the trip, or quite the adventure I had today. A worthy rival for the future and a delicious meal. Ooh, we might have to stop by here more often, Whis. It's like, oh, I do agree, Lord Beerus. Especially this thing called ice cream. Oh, ice cream? It's like, oh yeah, it's like, hey, try it. Oh, it's cold, creamy, sweet, delicious. Oh. But be careful not to eat it. Ah, my head! What is this buzz? It's like, it's a brain freeze. You can't eat ice cream too fast. Beer's getting a brain freeze. It's kind of like that scene where he ate wasabi. So basically, Whis basically was it? Oh, Goku, if you're ever wanting to get some extra training in, please feel free to stop by at any time. But how can I get in touch with you? I can't go move that far. Oh, that's simple. And he gives him kind of like a button you get like that Zeno gave him. Just press that, and if you would, if you ever need me, and I'll be there in two lickety split, or two shakes of a Gorgogian lamb's tail. The only catch is you must give it. Your payment for this will be a new delicious food item every time. So basically, at some point, Goku basically, try to speak English here. Basically decides to go train with Whis. So now, none of the Z Fighter, not even Radz really, is just straighten my leg out, is going to be training with Whis. It's just really a Goku thing in this version because there's no real point to it. Unless he goes, finds Vegeta and offers it to him to try to motivate Goku to train. But the problem is Goku would be training A with God Ki and B to hone Ultra Instinct a bit more. So basically, we come back to really nothing in terms of the Resurrection F because Vegeta's in charge of Frieza's empire still. So you don't get anything with Resurrection F. Goku does show back up eventually, and he shows up now with several years of training under his belt with Mastered Ultra Instinct. He now is constantly in Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now, granted, he's in that form without the glowing energy that you see here. So he's constantly just basically with silver hair and all that stuff, but he's constantly like that. And he does have some Divine Ki now. He's still new to the Divine Ki, but he does have it now. So Goku, they go through there. The Universe 6 tournament happens with Vegeta offering his services. Piccolo's there. He offers them. Goku, obviously. And Gohan, I think, does participate. I do believe Gohan participates. Fights go generally the same. Even the fact that Goku kind of gets played a bit by Frost goes the same. Piccolo's same. Then Vegeta takes out Frost. Goku gets reinstated. Eventually, it'll lead to Goku fighting Hit. And unfortunately, there's no way Hit can beat a Master Ultra Instinct Goku. Let alone one who can combine his Super Saiyan forms into Master Ultra Instinct. Which he would still be able to do because we saw him do that just previously. Not to mention, he's probably been working on his Mastered Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan Ozaru before. It's like, what the hell is with these multipliers? Multipliers. The bane of every DBZ fan's existence. So then you get into the Goku. Now, this is interesting, because when it comes to the Goku Black arc, I usually go with the fact that because of multiple timelines and stuff, it is the same Goku Black. It's not an altered Goku Black, usually. So he shows up, it's like, oh, I see. It's like, sudden Goku. I see. So you're here. I've been looking forward to fighting you. But it's like, you're different than the one I know, though. And it's like, yeah, I don't really know who you are. So you're clearly me, but you're clearly not me. Are you my brother? I'm your brother, Kakarot. Oh, yeah. So Goku pretty much, is facing off against Goku Black. And Goku Black immediately gets his shit wrecked. He can't touch Goku. Goku's immediately just reacting, not even transforming. Again, he's able to get out of there in time. Then they go to the future. Just Goku and Trunks this time. Super Saiyan Rose happens, and him and still Master Ultra Instinct Goku are duking it out. Now, turns out how strong Master Ultra Instinct Goku actually is. I wouldn't put him quite as strong as what we see in the anime, essentially him right here. But probably, if that version of him is a 10, this Goku's hovering around a 7. At least right now, because God Ki is still a very new thing for him. Plus Master Ultra Instinct and all that, and combining the two. So these two go at it, and then he basically combine and just... It's still far leagues beyond what Goku Black honestly is. And he just kind of puts him on the ground and offers them one last chance to explain this or die, or he'll have to end him. Because remember, Goku is more willing to take these fights seriously than in the original canon. then Zamasu shows up, and the explanation happens, and they try to tag team Goku, but unfortunately, Ultra Instinct basically says, nope. And then he basically just Kamehameha's Goku Black. It's like, what? You stupid arrogant mortal. How could I? And then he just blasts Zamasu, who would survive it. Unfortunately, that time ring he's got would not. And I believe that one was still holding a time ring. I know Goku Black was, but anyway. So instead, he tries to get out of there, but Goku just grabs him and again brings him back to the path. Tells Trunks to go back and explain, and basically get something that would seal him away. They get the Mafaba, they seal him away with the Mafaba, end of story. So that pretty much now leads us into the final arc of the series, which was the Tournament of Power. Now at this point, his power probably is right around his Tournament of Power levels, adding Super Saiyan on, adding the Ozara 7, all that. So when the tournament comes, he very quickly beats most of the other gods, or most of the other combatants in terms of the preliminaries. Then you get the Universe of Power team, which I'm not even going to really go over, because let's be honest, Goku's going to be stomping throughout the majority of this tournament. So Goku pretty much blitzes Universe 9. It pretty much comes down to Goku. He's blitzing through most of his competition, and then it's him and Jiren. Now, because he's now already at this form at this point in the series, add on to the fact that he's now constantly in this form. He doesn't have the strain he had originally in the series. Like, there's none of that there. This is his natural form now. Jiren just gets his crap kicked in. There's nothing Jiren can do against this guy. Add on to the fact he's got super. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me rephrase that. Jiren eventually does go all out like he did, and they're pretty much neck and neck with Goku, edging him out slightly. But then Goku only has to go Super Saiyan, and then just completely wrecks his crap again. And basically, Universe 7 wins the day, and then they wish back the universe, the other universes that got erased. Then when Broly comes around, honestly, Ultra Instinct Goku with all these abilities completely curb stomps Broly, as powerful as Broly is, and he is insanely powerful in Super, but he still curb stomps him. So ultimately, Super is basically kind of a blurred episode now that we have this point in Goku's history. So, and then let's go into GT real quick. Ultra Instinct Goku is still thinking, even if he turned him into a kid, he'd still be a mastered Ultra Instinct Goku constantly, which means he'd still wreck every single individual enemy in that entire series, including Omega Shenron. Which, by the way, assuming, which GT is not canon, they've flat out said that, but let's just make the argument sake that GT was. Where's Beerus and Whis? Where'd they go? We know that they're tied to the Supreme Kai, like Beerus' life force is tied to the Supreme Kai, so clearly he's not dead because the Supreme Kai's dead, because he was still there, and the Supreme Kai's refused, so clearly it's not canon. But let's just, for argument's sake, have this conversation. Would Beerus have been killed, and then that means Whis had to go? I don't know. But point being, yeah, even if we went to GT, Goku, even as a kid again, would wreck the crap out of every enemy that came along in Super. And then you get Super Saiyan 4, and then Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan 4, and then you're just going into realms of power that are just, your brain just kind of craps out on itself. So anyway, I digress. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That is the end of this What If. We have finished this one out. I will be starting a new Dragon Ball Z one on Sunday, or a non-Naruto one anyway. Any rate. So I only have one more What If to do, and I think, I'll be honest, I think I'll just say that for tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm just going to have a who would win and 2 What Ifs to do. I will do it. There's the death battle reaction, but I'm going to wait a day on. I usually wait a day on those at this point, just so I can upload it the next day. So yeah, just keep it. And plus, there's Thanksgiving, so I'll have all day on Thanksgiving to just do stuff. And plus, I'll probably be seeing Knives Out. Knives Out actually came out tonight. I'll probably see it either tomorrow or Thursday, and probably a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So those are 2 big movies this week. I'm looking forward to both of them. I'm hearing great things out of all of them, or out of both of them. So yeah, until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll save the Naruto one for tomorrow. Later.